I'm Rabbi Michael Siegel. I am the senior rabbi of the Anshe Emet Synagogue, and I am very proud to partner with Pastor Chris Harris of the Bright Star Church.
And I am Pastor Chris Harris, senior pastor of the Bright Star Church of God in Christ, and it is a privilege and a pleasure to be friends and brothers with Rabbi Michael Siegel and a member of Anshe Emet Synagogue.
Tell me what it meant to your congregation to have two kids from our congregation who dreamed of building a playground and then seeing that come to fruition.
Yeah, well, when you and I have spoke about doing projects together that could be tangible proof of the relationship between blacks and Jews, we've done some work, but to see that manifested in the minds and actions of children literally sent a tremendous message to my community to say, oh, wait a minute, folks are serious about this real relationship. For kids to come and say to you, we want to do something amazing in Bronzeville at Bright Star and build tangible things, literally shifted the paradigm of our community's thinking. The children are excited. They use that playground every day. The truth is we have some adults that we can't keep from out there because they're quite excited. And it's a place for families to go. So it's something kids did that literally are affecting community and bringing our communities together.
You know, we had a conversation not all that long ago about Sderot in Israel.
Yes.
And how this community right on the Gaza border has a playground that's indoors.
That's right.
That's sort of a bomb shelter in and of itself.
Yes.
And one of the things that we thought about was how this playground built on the grounds of your church has a parallel there, because there is a playground. It's a beautiful playground a block away.
That's right.
But Bronzeville, like so many areas of the south side of the city, are like a war zone.
That's absolutely right.
And the violence that we are seeing in this country is astounding. And so I look at that playground as an oasis.
Yes.
But I also see it as the definition of a blessing.
What was amazing was not just the playground, but the fact that more than 500 blacks, Jews, Caucasians were there on one ground playing.
Yeah.
Unity. That's amazing. And the fact that kids were able to make something like that happen.
Right.
And I got to tell you, when I took my trip to Israel, just imagining a playground as a bomb shelter. A playground as a place where kids play, but just in case violence rises up, they have to run to safety. What the kids in your community and my community together created was a place of safety, right? Which is pretty amazing. And I think because we have so many things in common in our communities, it is a blessing that we see the opportunity to make sure that we do more than one thing. One of the things you challenged us with on a constant basis, and as we share with others, we challenge them, let's stop the constant platitudes when we come together, or don't just come together when it's Martin Luther King's birthday, but let's really do some things all year round that will turn our friendship into something that we call family. And I think we've done that. That is a blessing.
As you were talking, I was thinking of all the things, something that Theodore Herzl said, way back when he was dreaming about a land of Israel.
Yes.
Nobody would take a bet on that.
Sure.
And he said, Im tirtzu ein zo agada. If you will it,
Yes.
it is no dream.
Mm-hmm.
And so I look at that and I say, look what we can accomplish. And the evolution of that,
Yes.
the resonance has really brought us to the Dream Center.
Yes, absolutely.
And that is an incredible extension of this idea. I love the idea that we are bringing an organization from Israel
Yes.
into Bronzeville, into the Chicago Public Schools,
That's right.
to help people with post-traumatic stress disorder.
Mm-hmm.
What's that been like for you to kind of meet these people and to bring these people to your areas?
So I'm in Israel, in Tel Aviv, sitting in the place called Natal, and it hit me. If 1,600 people have been murdered in Chicago, not including the people who have been shot or wounded, the question is always asked, who did the post-trauma counseling for those families? whether it was the victim's family or the perpetrator's family. And the answer came back, nobody. And so while I was there in Israel, I said, I want to take faith leaders and identify, train, and certify them to do post-trauma counseling to address PTSD based on the Israeli model.
Right.
And it was a wild idea, but when you said that quote to me that Herschel said, it made me to understand that this is something that we have to do, and something we have to do together.
That's right.
So the challenge has been, okay, great, let's applaud the fact that we built a great playground.
Mm-hmm.
But you asked the question, what next?
Right.
And this is our next. And the fact that we want to continue to work together, the fact that we want to continue to build together, to save and change lives, that is what we call a blessing. So we're passing that mindset on to other people in the community. Just imagine, folks are calling us from all over the country.
That's right.
Saying, how can we do what you guys are doing?
So as a Jewish person, what I find especially gratifying is to know that the Jewish community is getting behind this.
Yes.
That you're going to synagogues and they are responding, that you're going to the Federation and they're responding. And that gratifies me because we're building a bridge.
Yes.
And that bridge is vital. And I also love the fact that we're bringing a bit of Israel
Yes.
to a group of people who I don't think would ever really fully appreciate
Absolutely.
that blessing.
Mhm.
And that's just an amazing thing.
Yes.
We have a custom of having apples and honey.
Mhm.
So tell me, in the year to come, what will the honey taste like? What would that represent to taste honey in the coming year?
Oh my goodness. Let's call the roll. Less local violence in Chicago. More global peace, which encompasses our country as well as Israel and beyond. Less racial tension and divide, because I think the work that we do helps people to understand that this racism issue, we look on social media and you see the hashtags Black Lives Matter, and they do. We now see the hashtags White Lives Matter, and they do. It would be a blessing if we can really get people to not only say, but actually mean all lives matter.
Right.
Because they really do. That's what honey would taste like to me.
We can make small, meaningful, incremental changes.
Absolutely.
And those changes can change the world if we're willing to dream
Yes.
and have a vision of where we want to go and believe that the impossible is possible.
Yes.
I'm proud to be a disruptor.
Yes.
I'm proud to be a disruptor with you, and I know that you and Bright Star Church have made this year a lot sweeter for us, and I look forward to sharing the blessing of a new year, and I hope and pray that some of our dreams will come true.
Absolutely. I pray the same thing. Thank you for your friendship.
Happy New Year to you.
You as well.